What is going on, guys? Xerox Fusions here and welcome to a Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare video. Today I'm going to be talking you through 5 things that you may not know about Plants vs Zombies. Now these are things that you can help you to win games and also be able to play better for your team. So hopefully these will be able to help you online, and also if you want any more videos of these and you have some suggestions that people may not know, then make sure you comment them below. The first thing we are going to talk about is the Cactus Drones. Now these are the drones that the cactuses fly, and if you did not know, you can actually have plants actually jump on top of these, and then when the Cactus Drone flies into the air, the actual plant itself will be flown into the air as well. So for example, you could have a pea shooter on top of this drone, the drone then flies around and the pea shooter could actually shoot enemies from above. Now that can be used on multiplayer. The way this could be used in Garden Ops, for example, is I'm going to have some gameplay in the background. If you're playing Garden Ops and, for example, there's a high ledge that pea shooters go on, and you need a sunflower up there, you could use this cactus to get the sunflower up there. Also, if you had 2 cactuses in the same game, you'll be able to have one drone lift one cactus up, and when that cactus is up there, it can then use its drone to call the other cactus up. That way you can have both actual cactuses on a high points where the enemies cannot get you. So that is why it can be used well in Garden Ops, and you can just use this to get to higher points in the map. With other plants such as a sunflower that can't usually go to a higher point, you can use this method to get them to that high point that can then heal other players such as pea shooters. So that is the first point on the Gatling drone. Now the second one can be known by some people, but I know there are still some people out there that do not know about this, and that is when you are playing as the engineer. Once you've built the teleporter, you actually have these zombot turrets that can actually defend the teleporter. Now what some people don't know about these is you can actually upgrade them. You can upgrade them twice after you've built it, so you can get it to a Mark III. Now what these are more powerful and they have more health, so they create more damage and they also are harder to destroy. And that way, that means you're going to have more defense on your teleporter, so it's going to be less likely to be destroyed. So the second point that I am going to be talking about is the engineers, where you can upgrade the zombots to a level 3. The next 2 things I'm going to be talking about are links with the Chompers and the Engineers. Both of them involve the Chomper and the Engineer, but both do different things. So the third point I'm going to be talking about is Engineers on jackhammers and Chompers swallowing them. If a Chomper goes to swallow an Engineer that is on a jackhammer, it will not do so. What it will do is swallow the jackhammer instead, so the Engineer still has a chance to swallow to actually kill the Chomper. This will just have the same effect as if a Chomper tried to swallow, say, a barrel zombie. It will destroy the barrel but not the actual zombie itself, and you will still have to attack the zombie afterwards. So this can be good for the Engineer in the fact that it still has the chance to kill the Chomper, but it's a downside for the Chomper because they are not got the kill from swallowing, and they are just a sitting duck when they are actually trying to swallow it. So that is a positive for the Engineer and a negative for the Chomper. The next one is another positive for the Chomper. Now the Engineers have a sonic boom effect, that is the LB button on your Xbox controller, and what this does is it stuns plants. Now what can actually happen is when there is a Chomper underground, for example trying to swallow the Engineer, if you chuck this sonic boom, I believe it's called, it will actually make the Chomper actually jump out of the ground, and it will be stunned for a second, but as it is being stunned, it has actually been jumped out of the ground, so it is no longer in the buried position, so you cannot have the chance of swallowing you. So this is another positive for the Engineer in the fact that it will not be swallowed because the actual Chomper will get stunned and be forced out of the ground. The final point is going to be on the Gatling Gun for the pea shooter and the sunflowers version of the Gatling Gun. And what this is once you press Y to actually open up the ability, then you will actually not have actually used that ability. That means you have the option to press Y again to get out of the ability and move around the map again, and then replace it in a different place. As long as you don't fire a single bullet or beam, then you can actually press Y again and actually move. So what this is doing is not actually using the ability until you actually fire the trigger. So you can use this, for example, if you go into the position where you're going to use your Gatling Gun and then a zombie comes in the way, you can press Y again and move out of the way, and then you can position it on a different place. If it's on a roof, you can position it on a different place on a roof and then fire from there. So this has a positive of that if you want to change position and you don't want to use that ability yet and have to wait until it's loaded up again, then don't fire at all and just press Y again and simply jump out of it. I hope you found some of these points useful, and if you have any more that you don't think people know about, then comment them below and hopefully I will bring them into a future video. If you did find this video useful and some of these points you didn't know about actually helped you out, then that would be absolutely brilliant because it means this video had a meaning, and if you could drop a like on this video, that would be absolutely brilliant. One final thing before I end this video, I'd just like to give a big thank you to IZC Joker, who's actually helped me in getting some of these clips on this video. I'll leave his YouTube channel in the description, so make sure you check out his channel, because he's done some decent Plants vs Zombies videos, and also he has actually made the new background on my Twitter, and I absolutely love it, so I'd like to say a big thank you to that as well. So make sure you go check out his channel, like some of his videos, and make sure you subscribe. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome videos. My name's Xerix Fusions, and I'll catch you guys next time.